Oh, hey, everybody. Good morning. It's another early morning show from your old pal, Kevin Strange. Early morning show. I'm just dropping social media links. See if we can grab some of you folks to come in and chit chat with me while I draw today. Those fucking links to the newsletter and to the Strangeville Superstore that I've been posting these last couple of days are fucking broken because if you just like if you just click on a YouTube video and look at the description, oftentimes it will show you a shorthand of the link, like dot dot dot, and not show you the completed link. Well, my dumbass copied those shorthands out, thinking that it would pick up the entire link, and no, it just puts them in as links that go to nothing. And so I've been telling you guys to sign up for the newsletter from a link you can't sign up to the newsletter from, and to buy merch from a merch store that you can't get to. So those have been corrected on the previous day's videos, and they've been corrected on today's video. So in the link below, if you're watching this video, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, go sign up for the newsletter, get all hooked up, get all hooked into Strangeville, get all of Strangeville's tentacles all wrapped around you so you don't miss anything going on here in Strangeville as we wind up for convention season. Okay, I got all these social media links out, the correct links in the description, and we got pages of comics to draw today. So we're gonna get to work here. We got a pair of lovely girls that Nixon's been texting at the beginning of the story. They've showed up at the house and are appalled to find Hogan answering the door. And they're arguing with him about how they don't want anything to do with him, and they want to know where Nixon is. If you watched yesterday's show, you saw that Death Head Doug done jumped into Nixon's body and killed him. And Nixon's in the house laying dead on the floor. So Hogan's a little tweaked out here, talking to these girls, trying to keep that a secret. And this is Halloween, so the girls are dressed up as Jason and Michael Myers, or Jason and Freddy. Sexy Freddy. Sexy Jason. So we are, this is page 17. We're 17 pages into this. Catastrophe. This disaster piece. This deranged work of art. And so far, I couldn't be happier. This is turning out to be awesome. And for a book that didn't even, the concept for this book didn't even exist 2 months ago. I came up with the idea for this book while I was in Chicago at the Days of the Dead convention in March. I came home and wrote it, and now I'm drawing it. That's how quickly some of these stories can come together. Some of them, like Cockhammer Lives, I had written the synopsis, the concept, and I'd had Cockhammer Lives floating around in my brain for almost 10 years or over 10 years. This one has just barely even has a life, and is already coming into existence. Every story is different. The way each story is the way each story comes to life is totally different. Sometimes they take forever to gestate, and sometimes they just appear into the world. Almost instantly, almost effortlessly. The trick is to be ready for it either way. The trick as a creator is to know when to have patience and let something sit, or to know when to hit the gas pedal and to let something thrive. If it hits at the right time, the right place, the right story, the right everything. You got to know when to hit the brakes, and you got to know when to hit the gas. All right, so there's our girl in the Freddy costume. She's got her hand up, trying to shut Hogan up as he's rambling on. She doesn't have time to listen to whatever his bullshit spewing out of his mouth. Here's Jason Mask Girl. Jeanette and Nina. are their names. All right. First panel done. Reposition this camera so you can kind of see what's going on. I really like that. I like that. Busy ass fucking day yesterday, man. Got a ton of pages done. Oh boy. Not gonna get anything done today if people texting me. Hogan's wearing this weird sleeveless jacket thing with pockets on it as part of his costume. Durlock! What's up, fella? Says, hey, Kevin, what's new with you today? You see it, brother. On that grind. Got to get this whole 60-page comic book piece done by July 1st before the big convention push later this year, where I'll be totally swamped and won't have any time to work on it. And then September 1st, when I want to launch the thing for a October release, so you guys get this cool Halloween comic in time for Halloween. It ain't gonna happen if I don't push through and knock this thing out as fast as I can. I also want to try to get a custom Smokeweed collector box and a two Smokeweed expansions done for that same release. So I'm biting off a lot more than I can chew, and I'm riding the wave, trying to get it done, trying to hold it all together and get all the work done. It's such a seemingly, calm, slow spring, but the storm, the storm's coming for me. As summer approaches, so just cranking it out every day. Trying to keep on top of this schedule. I haven't really necessarily made a schedule yet as far as like how much I have to do on any particular day. She's wearing like a onesie. That's all going to be in Freddy colors, blue, green and red Freddy colors. Jarlock says, "Hell yeah, Smokeweed card game expansions would be awesome. Still loving that game. Yeah, it only gets the more and more you play the game, the more you learn the combos, the more combo card combos you can throw down against your opponent. You'll learn that that game is crazy." Way more complex than it seems on the surface. Not to make it sound like I'm kissing your butt, but your drawings look like they're coming a lot better than when you first started your your first comic. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, it's we've come a long way. We've come a long way since the first Dead Shit Talisman of Transmutation, and that's just a result of sitting at the table and drawing comics every day. I better be, remarkably better next year at this time than I am now. If I'm sitting here at the table working hard every day like this. I should improve and improve and improve and just keep improving. I'm not ashamed to say I should have done some more practice before I jumped into Dead Shit, but I didn't mind that it was really crappy looking drawings. They still are. It's just the cartoon style I'm going for has grown significantly. But the story of Dead Shit is hilarious. I was actually thinking about all the ridiculous plot points in that book yesterday. Nixon getting his dick ripped off and turned into an axe. Tony being turned into a giant, hideous zombie and then left as a cosmic horror, a hideous cosmic horror. There's a lot of funny stuff in that book, and I'm glad I made it. But I probably made it a little too soon. I probably should have done a lot more work on my drawing before I started it. But I didn't, and here we are. It's terrible. Okay. I try to make constant improvements every time I start a new book. I try to take a critical look at the things that I was weak on in the last book, and I try to make some changes, make some improvements. I've lost this chick's whole body. I erased out this spot here, making this her Freddy Krueger claw hand pointing at Hogan, and I kind of lost her girlfriend. We'll try to rough it in. Oh. We'll try to rough it in. I keep forgetting what their outfits look like. She's wearing an outfit like that, and then it's got a hole. The titties come out. Her butt comes out like that. Down like that. She's wearing a skirt. That. That. don't know, some kind of hooker boots. They're both wearing them. Okay. That comes back to here. That's the rail on the side of the house. Okay, that was a toughie. Gotta sometimes do a reference panel that shows the relationship in space and where they're at in a background. I can get away without doing backgrounds a lot of the time, but you know, you can't just spin the whole book doing talking heads. Sometimes you got to put them on the porch, let them stand next to each other so you know what the hell's going on, and then I can get back to talking heads. You can make comic books literally any way you want. And some people sit and just render and detail out backgrounds that take weeks, crowd shots that take weeks. Meticulously researched anatomy, drawing every single fiber of every single muscle group. And there is clearly, you know, it's an awe-inspiring piece when you're finished, but oftentimes that labor takes so much time. It's impractical to do that in comic books. It's even more impractical to do that in, say, a daily or a weekly cartoon strip in a newspaper. And the aesthetic that I'm going for Strangeville is somewhere in between the shorthand of a comic book and the even shorter hand of a daily comic book strip. So a lot of my panels are just like this one with Hogan. There's nothing behind him. It's just his cartoony body. With some kind of a colored background with some pattern in it to break him up from the background, but no background back there. And I do that for the majority of panels. Don't have backgrounds in them. I do enough backgrounds to read, well, I try to do enough backgrounds to read but where everyone's at in space, so you're not confused as to what the location is, what the setting is. But I don't sit and meticulously draw that background and setting in every single picture. This next panel cracks me up when you guys see what I'm going to draw next. This thing had me laughing. So I originally thumbnailed this differently, and then I read the dialogue and I was like, no, I have to show it. And so they're arguing, where's Nixon? They're up here. I don't want to talk to you, Hogan, you fucking creep, and blah 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 blah. Where the fuck is Nixon? We came over here to see him, and he's going, oh, he's busy. He's he's back there. He's indisposed for the rest of the day. And she takes her phone out and points to it and says, busy, he just sent me a picture of his taint 10 minutes ago. So she's holding up her phone, pointing at a picture of Nixon's taint. Which is hilarious. Hilarious to me. Let's crank this sucker out. Okay. Okay. We're knocking it out. Looking good, looking good. All right. Sorry, I'm not doing a lot of talking. I'm just trying to concentrate on knocking this shit out. Fix this. I did her dress wrong. I gotta constantly keep one of my biggest issues that I need to pay much better attention to, and it's just sheer laziness, is making sure that my make sure that I'm what's called on model more often. If you read my comics, you'll see that I drift. I'll slightly drift from costuming or props or backgrounds. I'll get lazy and I won't reference the previous panels, and then I'll just start doing a real crappy job of doing the outfits like that. Like that outfit, I just drew her in like a tank top. She's actually in like a full body suit, and it's going to be kind of a sea green color, the way Jason Voorhees' suit is. So I drew it right here, but I didn't draw it right there. And so now I'm trying to, had to go back and fix that because I'm about to draw it again right here, and I almost fucked it up again. Down here. Okay. Big pigtails are always in the way. Draw them in the way. And off the page. And now the fun part. I saved the best for last. Well, Jiashitsu Montoya up here with the save. I didn't do the top holes on the top mask. I didn't do them over here either. It's called staying on model, and I'm terrible at it. I was drawing Freddy Girl with with no glove on for a while yesterday. I was like, dude, you fucking made her Freddy girl and you're forgetting the glove? Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Get with it. Get with the program. I live right by the fire department, so there's just constant fucking sirens blasting through here all morning long. And there's Nixon's taint. His butthole, balls, and dick. Busy. He just sent me a picture of his tank 10 minutes ago. It's the little things, gang. It's the little things. Little things get me excited in the morning. All right. We did a whole nother page together, gang. Jeanette and Nina busting Hogan's balls on a page. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the big picture here. The reason I do this, the magic of art, or the magic of Strangeville art at least, is I'll sit here by myself and I'll marvel at this fact. I've got these giant 11 by 17 Bristol board pages that are now penciled, that are pretty much, you know, the exact art that's going to be inked over and then colored and then made into a comic book story. And I'll just sit here by myself and just look through these stories as I make them. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, this didn't exist 2 months ago. There was no concept for this story. Death Head Doug as a character had been sitting around for 2 years, but I had a completely different storyline I wanted to put Death Head Doug in. And then just having a conversation with one of my friends at a horror convention a month ago led to me deciding that Death Head Doug's debut ought to be in this Nixon and Hogan Halloween adventure. And so here we are. And I just flipped through these things. In awe of how much story's already been told where one didn't even exist. There's a good shot of the girls when they first arrive. See, I'm already off model on Freddy Girl. She's got gauged ears. So that's 17 pages done already. It's crazy to me that that much of the story's already been told for something that didn't exist just a couple of months ago. It gives me a particular kind of high, a particular kind of excitement that nothing else in this world gives me. To make these stories, whatever medium I'm working in, movies, comics, games, novels, whatever. When I'm finished with it, I always step back and go, damn, that didn't exist, and now it does. Now it exists forever. So I'm going to do, I'm not going to do this on stream. I'm going to do the rest of these pages today. I've got 1, 2, 3 more pages that I'd like to get through today to consider myself caught up. And that'll be 20 pages penciled. That'll be 1/3 of the entire book penciled by May 11th, which is not bad. Consider, I don't remember what day I started. I don't think it was May 1st. I think we've only been working on this for about a week. So in about another week to have 2/3 of it done, and in about 2 weeks, right around June 1st, to have the entire pencils done and be moving on to the inks and colors, and have June 1st to July 1st to do inks, letters, and colors. Might be doable, maybe not. Like I said, I haven't. It's got to get closer to the deadline before I crunch down and start calculating and figuring out exactly how many pages I need to accomplish in a day to hit my goal. It's too far out. We're too early in the process for me to do that. But we're almost 1/3 of the way through the pencils. So thank you for joining me on another episode of Drawing Comics with Kevin Strange. And now the links in the description work. You can sign up for the Strange Sayings newsletter in the description. You can also go to the Strangeville Superstore and buy anything that we make on there. I don't think I've put the card game on there yet. I don't think I've put the individual issues of Dead Shit on there yet. But I'm working on it. I've got a big list every day of things I'm trying to get caught up on. Strangeville was in a holding pattern for a number of years, and I didn't accomplish very much of anything. And I'm trying to change all that at the same time that I'm trying to make as many comics as I can and attend as many conventions as I can, blah, 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 and make all these merchandising products and blah, blah, blah. Trying to do it all at once, and it's tough to juggle each individual thing I need to do every day. But I wouldn't want it any other way. I love wall-to-wall work every day. So thank you guys for joining me. Go sign up for that newsletter and stay straight.